Hi everybody, welcome back to Mrs. Wilson's Reading Corner. Today we're going to be reading another one of my favorite books. I know I have a lot, that's my job. So before we get started, I need everyone crisscross, applesauce, put your hands in the air and wave them like just don't care, clap, put them in your lap and smile. So today we're going to be reading Delilah D at the Library. And it is written by Jean Willis. The reading level on this book is a 2.9. The quiz number is 113938. And there it is right there, just in case you didn't catch it. Alright, so here we go. Delilah D at the Library. My name is Queen Delilah. I come from a land far, far away. But my mother likes to keep that a secret. Oops, there we go. She always says, but Delilah, darling, you were born here. And no, Delilah, you cannot wear a crown to school. You are not the queen. That's just nonsense. If you don't believe me, just ask my brother Small Boy. But you won't understand him because Small Boy only speaks in a faraway language. And don't ask Daddy because he's busy. This is Gigi, my new sitter. She is supposed to look after me and Small Boy until Mother comes home. She comes from a different faraway land called France. Gigi says, come on, Delilah, my little cabbage. Let's go to the library. That's not a good French accent, but that's all I got. Oh, good. I love looking at books. The smell of them and the shutting of the books like this. And when I get to the end, there's her slamming it at the end. There's Gigi, which is what we call my mom. The library is full of extremely interesting books. Some have pictures, some have words. This one has a smashed baked bean on page 5. But do you know, things are different in my faraway land. Where I come from, they give you free cupcakes at the library. Small Boy is hungry, so I asked Gigi, when will they come bring the cupcakes? She says, what cupcakes? I'm not understanding. Go ask Library Annie. So me and Small Boy go to ask Library Annie, but she says, no food in here, please. And I say, really? Where I come from, everybody eats in the library. A man walks around with a big tray and he shouts, who wants cupcakes? Who wants donuts? Says Library Annie, but everyone says, ooh, there's cupcakes? Are they free? We want donuts. No, says Library Annie. This is why we don't shout in the library. I don't know where you come from, young lady, but we have different rules in this library. I tell her that I come from a land far, far away. Well, run along and find a nice book about it, she says. Book is bigger than the other ones that I've been reading, so it's hard to show on the screen. So I run along, but Library Annie calls, no running in the library, please. Which is odd, because where I come from, everyone runs in the library. Anyways, I try to find the book about the land where I come from, but I can't. Anyone would think there was no such place. Then Small Boy says, in a faraway language, try up there. So I start to climb, but Library Annie says, oh my goodness, come down. That's not how we fetch books. I say, oh, I'm sorry, but I couldn't find the trapeze where I come from. There's trapeze for us to reach the 2 high books. Hey, I like the trapeze idea, says Miss Woolly Hat. I'm short. I never get to read the two high books. Library Annie says, there's a much sensible way for reaching books. I'll help you find the book properly. Now, she says, tell me the name of the land that you come from. But I can't. It's very hard to say. Small boy tells her in his faraway language, but she doesn't understand. So I explain that we come from this little bitty island between Jafrica and Simbada. But Library Annie has never heard of those places. Library Annie opens a big book and says, here's a map of the world. Can you point to where you come from? You wouldn't believe it. The person who drew this map forgot to put it on. So I give Library Annie a map that I made to show her what the world really looks like. Here it is, a map of the land where I came from. You can't read it. It's because it's under the drawing of the Jafrican smelephant, which is the kind of Sadafan elephant, only smellier. I hope you guys could see that these pages are pretty big. Where I come from, we have our own animals, our own rules, and our own everything. We even have our own song called Hooray for Delilah, or Hooray for Queen Delilah. I'd love to hear it, says Miss Woolly Hat. So I stand on a chair and sing it. Miss Woolly Hat joins in. It goes like this. Hooray for Queen Delilah, so beautiful, so brave. Hooray for Queen Delilah, the kingdom she will save. She shouts, hooray, hooray! Shout out loud and strong. Hooray for Queen Delilah, who wrote this lovely song. Tra-la-la! Don't you like my singing? Library Annie says, I wish I lived in a faraway place. Please stop singing. Then she says, would you like to borrow a book before you leave? Where I come from, we don't borrow books and leave. We bring our blankets and toys, and a beautiful princess reads to us until we all fall asleep. Cupcakes, blankets, toys. Now that's how to run a library, says everyone. There are days, says Library Annie, where I wish I was an astronaut. Delilah, darling, says Gigi. I think it's time to say au revoir, which means goodbye. Where we come from, that means goodbye. We go home and I tell my mother about the library. It was extremely fun and I borrowed a book called Tropical Diseases. But there was nothing like the library in the land where I come from. But Delilah, darling, she says, where you came from here. We all do. We don't though, she said. She's just pretending, silly old thing. Oh, Mommy, I sighed. Sometimes I think you're living in a world of your own. Yes, I know I'm holding my book upside down. Where I come from, that's how everybody reads. Oops, sorry friends. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed Delilah D at the library. I know I enjoyed reading it to you. I hope you're listening to your parents, staying safe, washing your hands. Until next time, see you then. Bye.